again, we are all in fact ready. We're looking to get this show on the road. Oreo versus Fourby, a very young up and coming Zerg player versus apparently a former Australian professional player.
Yeah. Again, it's really cool to see Fourby. He's still competing, he's still playing. He's still a part of StarCraft. It's definitely cool to see someone who's been around for a long time and still here, unlike some of the others. Looking at you, I guess.
It's like you can't handle it. It's like bones falling off or something. Lagos really is a veteran. He has been he's a bit older, and as such, he's been playing for a very long time. So I don't really want too much for deciding to retire.
He's been around for a long time. For the longest time, he was the Gimli Terran. He could be turning into the Gandalf Terran.
No, wait, but he's Zerg now.
And at this point.
Wait, but he plays Zerg now. Here again, no Zerg. Anyway, we are now on Pillars of Gold. We're in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. We have a yellow Zerg. He is looking to dunk his opponent like a... Can't say his name yet because that's a big reveal. Representing Downfall Gaming all the way from the sort of Brisbane campus area. We have... Wait, his opponent's gonna say, uh-oh, we have Oreo. I've been trying too hard to...
Yeah, that's too... Yaku.
There's a pun for Oreo, and I just...
There's too many ideas. It's too much trying to shove into one intro. It's like, space it out. We got a best of 3. It's okay.
Right.
And speaking of 3, we have spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE. We have the Australian Protoss player, currently teamless. It is Fourby.
Is it 4B or is it 4x? Is it like a 4x4 plank of wood?
I was thinking the exact same thing as I was saying the name. Is it? We need Zeph. People in the chat. We need confirmation. Is it 4B or 4by? If it was by, it'd be an E at the end, right? Or
yeah, it could be, or it could be. If it was like a 4x4, then it would be. Where's the other 4? Is all I'm saying. I see 1 4, and we're not supposed to double it because I don't see a square. No, wait, square is not. Yeah. Square is when you double it. Or no. Yeah, no, because it's when you triple it, right?
Look, we're not doing math on stream at the moment, Yaku. It's okay, calm down.
This is like the English. It's nothing to do with numbers, it's all to do with words.
Oh my god. And at the moment we do have Fourby going for that proxy double gateway off in the corner of the map. Honestly, I was hoping for like a 4 gate, it would be kind of fitting, but instead there's only 3 gateways. And
at the moment, we should be seeing yeah, he is actually going 4 gate.
Oh.
Yes, he is getting that other gateway back at home. And I guess he's not really 4x4, but rather 2x2.
It's okay. You don't have to try and make it work. It's fine. But yeah, at the moment, Oreo, he doesn't really have any idea what's going on at the moment. Like, nothing is really like tripped off any alerts. He did get Overlord speed, and as we see, he is sending an Overlord into the main base, zooming on in, trying to see, what the tech is. And, there should be a couple of red flags. He sees nothing in the main.
Oh, he sees a pylon and another pylon down in the natural base, but no expansion, which is going to be the big tip-off. Normally seeing this amount of pylons, that's not too suspicious, but not seeing a natural behind that, Oreo is now well aware as these stalkers come on in, and this is how you can kind of tell Fourby is a bit of an old-school player. This is a very old build, isn't it, Light?
It is. Yeah, I'm sure everyone has heard of the term 4 gates before. And at the moment, Oreo, he didn't really know what he was up against. He had 2 spores in production just in case it was DTs or a Stargate. He did cancel them. He's throwing down a bunch of spines at his natural. I love how he's just sacking his 3rd base. He's not trying at all to save it because he knows that it could be for naught, and focusing his attention here at the natural.
And it's not working out too well for him right now. Oreo's defense, it's looking a little bit shaky for the first time, but I love how ballsy he's being with these Lings. Just trying to get in the middle of these Stalkers. Knows that they cannot possibly have Blink.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Lings are ideal against Stalkers, and it looks like he's going to get this around.
And he does. Beautifully done here by our yellow Zerg player. These Stalkers are not long for this world, and now that they're gone, a couple of Zelts here. GG. I was about to say, what does Fourby have to defend against a counterattack? And I guess he realized he could not. And we do have confirmation here in chat. It is Fourby.
Oh. Okay. 4B. Thank you so much, people in the chat, for clearing that up.
Fourby Dorby. Or he has some commentary after that game. Natural.
God damn.
Well, I'm not sure if that would have changed too much there. It seemed like by the time that Overlord did go into the base, Fourby kind of thought, oh, he has map vision on my side of the map. I need to go in right now before while he's a little bit bamboozled.
Yeah. I guess what Oreo is saying is because with that first spotter Overlord at the natural, you could have very easily or earlier on you would have been able to see that there was no natural, so then Oreo would have been able to prepare a lot faster, a lot sooner. So yeah, it did take quite some time.
And we do actually get a confirmation by Fourby as well. He wanted to play the macro game, but he forgot to get his Nexus, so he decided, you know what? I have a probe out on the map. May as well make use of it.
Yeah, he's saying that he forgot his Nexus. So he's like, what do I do? All right, I'm just gonna throw down proxy gateways.
Welcome to PVC.
Oh my god, that's great. And all right, here we go. The players, after a little bit of analysis there on what just transpired, we are getting ready for game number 2.
I'm not sure if that's really analysis so much as it is
it's like
input.
Feedback, summary.
By the way, if you want to wear insight, that's the word.
That's the word I was looking for.
What are we saying? I hope everyone's ready for another Gold League game. Well, we are here with the Gold League casting, so.
Oh my god.
We are all gold on this blessed day.
If only we were on like Golden Wall or something. Maybe it was fitting for Golden Pillars, but yeah, we'll see, as we're gonna be heading into one of the other shiny maps in Ice and Chrome.
Is there a difference between Golden Pillars and Pillars of Gold? As we ponder about that for a while, we should be getting some confirmation later on. We are going to be spawning in onto Ice and Chrome, where the Ice and the Chrome, they're all in the RAM. I don't think, I think it'll take a little bit too long if I explained it right now. So, in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning all the way to the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have Yellows all the way from the land of Brisbane. He is the one who does the dunks. Actually, his color is kind of like gold-ish. Yellow is kind of like a goldish kind of thing. Representing Downfall Gaming, he's going to make his opponent say, uh-oh, it's Oreo.
So, Yaku, I like your Ice and Chrome intro. It does take like a good minute or so of explanation of like where it comes from and what it actually means. That's the problem with it.
I don't never explained it on stream either. I think we were just in a call one day.
I think so as well. It kind of makes sense, but again, like you have to like dig deep to try and get it.
You don't want to go down that rabbit hole unless you're well rested.
Yeah, exactly. And sporting in the top right-hand corner of Ice and Chrome LE, we have the Australian Protoss player, currently teamless. It is Fourby.
Now, is it Fourby or Fourby?
What?
Because you don't, yeah, because you don't have like umlauts or whatever, those kind of like symbols on top of the letters. So who knows? It could be Fourby, as Steel is suggesting in chat.
Look, don't acknowledge Steele's comments, okay, and encourage him. He's not casting. This isn't an SDO, okay? Like, god damn it. Oh my god. But yeah, we are getting into more of a macro game here, as there was no proxy.
Yeah, I mean, we were promised a gold game, but yeah, so far we haven't. That hasn't been delivered.
Yeah, interesting wall here by Fourby, throwing down his a second pylon there at the wall, you know, kind of reinforcing it a little bit, or actually I should say just walling it off actually.
Oh no, a fun fact there, like,
but
it takes 4 buildings to be in that wall.
Yeah. F's in the chat.
4's in the chat, am I right? That's probably doesn't start to open up with a Stargate, so we're not going to be seeing a Twilight Council opening today yet.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't know how much Fourby has been playing. I don't know how up to date with the meta he is, but especially with that 4-gate, the previous game. But, you know, he is going for something a little bit more standard. He is going for that Stargate, and I was about to say, like, at any point, whenever there are 4 things on the... double Stargate. I was gonna say, if there are ever 4 things, you don't, like, point that out, like, like... He's doing it again.
I could. So until we get the 4 Phoenixes.
Oh, okay. We'll see. As yeah, at the moment this hasn't been scouted. To be fair, the second gateway, second Stargate isn't in a pretty like regular position. So we'll see when it gets scouted. But yeah, I do like this coming out from Fourby, like doing something a little bit unexpected.
And unexpected definitely is. It's been scouted, but not quite expected. And I also like that Fourby, he's going for this mass Phoenix cell. He was supposed to try to get an Oracle earlier on. He knows that, you know, it's going to take a little while to build up these forces, but once he does, it's going to be a lot more unstoppable compared to those Oracles. And he's really dedicated here, Light.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right, yep. So he's getting upgrades as well, getting more and more Phoenixes. And I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest, because typically when you go for this double, like, Stargate opener, you pull the Phoenixes at home and you kind of build up this big amount and then you send them out at once across the map to surprise your opponent. But instead, Fourby, he's being very aggressive with them.
Yeah, he's just saying, you know what, I'm getting +1 weapons on the way. These can hit a lot harder. Not quite there yet, but yeah, it's... And being very aggressive, trying to deny any Overlord vision as much as he can.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what Oreo's response to this is going to be. At the moment, we do have a lot of queens on the way, so that will be his primary answer. That will be his anti-air of choice, and still no lair on the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit troublesome for Oreo. I mean, queens, they're pretty good as a defense, but that's just about it. They're a defensive unit. He really does need Hydras.
So I have to assume that because of the high amount of queens and roaches as well, are we just going to see a Nidus across the map?
It could be possible. What if Phoenix is going to do against the Nidus?
Nothing.
Yet.
Nothing yet. As unfortunately, Nidus can't be lifted up by Phoenixes. So yeah, we'll see what transpires once that lair finishes.
Yeah, and I'm kind of all aboard with you here, Light. I do think it's going to be Nidus. As, yeah, again, Fourby is just going to be pretty defenseless. Getting the Robo facility right now, but honestly, even if he goes for Immortals, he's still going to have to be very vigilant as to when Nidus are going to be popping off.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's definitely something like that is that this like double Stargate Mass Phoenix style is a little bit weak against, because they can't really do much to stop Niduses from going up. To be fair, what they do is that they deny vision, right? They kill all the Overlords, so it can be a little bit difficult to get a good Nidus spot across the map. But yeah, we'll see. He's actually getting a lot of drones.
Ooh. Yeah, these screens are just kind of being thrown back and forth here a little bit. But yeah, somehow Oreo does manage to pull this away. Does have a little bit of vision in the peripheries of Fourby's bases, and as Kuro was pointing out, Fourby is getting both a Robo Bay and now a Fleet Beacon.
Ooh. Okay, interesting.
Phoenix range? Question mark?
Yeah, we'll see if he transitions or he just commits to the Phoenixes. And as we are seeing as well, there is no Nidus on the way. Instead, Oreo has gone for Hydralisk. So the Masked Queens, they were just for defense. He wasn't looking to be aggressive with them afterwards. He's just looking to macro up, get into this more Hydra-based army, and then push out across the map.
That's a lot smarter.
yeah, it's a lot less risky.
Indeed, it is. Nice little pickoffs here with the Queens. We have kind of reached a point where Fourby can start snowballing and sort of throwing his weight around.
Oh my god, yeah, all the Queens get picked off. There are just so many Phoenixes here, so yeah, everything gets taken out. But at the same time, we do have quite a lot of Hydras on the way, so yeah, they do have to go back home. And I don't believe Fourby has actually spotted the Hydra Den yet.
I don't believe he has, but I think that he does have it in mind, as I kind of feel like this is planned right from the start by Fourby. He went so ham with his Phoenixes early on, just trying to prompt Oreo into getting a form of anti-air, right? And luckily Oreo didn't go into Aspire, as he did in fact go into Hydralisks. And what's gonna do well against Hydralisk Light? Colossus.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of one of the AoE. Like, to be fair, any AoE is great against Hydras. And oh, the faces get caught out.
They do indeed. And Fourby's Phoenix count is starting to diminish. If we look at the army supply count, Oreo with over double the army supply of Fourby.
Yeah.
I think Fourby might have gotten a little bit ambitious with his tech choices.
Yeah, a little bit greedy as.
But
yeah, like, he's starting the carrier transition, but it's too late, right? Like, it's only just now starting. He doesn't have any carriers ready for this. Even if they do pop out, there's only 2, and with the amount of Hydras there are already, like, I don't know how effective they're going to be.
How many interceptors can you make in the short time that these carriers are out? Yeah. And
Exactly.
yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of shipping off the link out, but I think there's just so much it's going to overwhelm Fourby.
Oh yeah, the Hydras just move on in. All the Phoenixes go down. The Colossus are very exposed at the moment. We do have some Panic Warriors trying to protect them as well, but the Hydras are getting on top of the army. The carriers still haven't come out yet, Yaku.
Friends is pretty good, ain't it, Light? And yeah, we do have 2 carriers, but only 1 carrier worth of interceptors, and they're just dying the minute they pop out. The Hydralisks, when they're balled up like this, they hit hard and they hit anything in the sky.
Exactly, the Nexus falls. The carriers aren't really doing much, as the interceptors are being picked off as soon as they come out, as you were saying, and now Oreo is looking to break and bust into the natural.
Yeah, this is not looking too good. +2 air weapons might finish up here. Just let it finish up, Oreo. Just let it finish up. Don't take out the Cyber Core. Just let it finish, but it does get denied. And things are not looking good whatsoever for Fourby. I really like how he's using this ramp and trying to get a nice position out. But good game, well played. Oreo going to be advancing to face Azure in yet another TVZ in the semifinals.
Oh, and this is what I've been waiting for. Like, we already saw an amazing ZvT Oreo versus Runamuck. I almost said Ragnarok. And yeah, now we're gonna see a little bit more of that against Azure.
Ahai. Yeah, definitely the top Terran player who's signed up today, and definitely up there in terms of the ANZ scene. I think he is kind of second fiddle a little bit to Hut and Seether, but at the same time, Azure does do quite a number of things that Hut and Seether just have not really shown, and one of it, I think, is just a sheer variety of playstyles.
Yeah, definitely. Like we've seen Azure, you know, play Bio, play Mech. Even earlier today, we saw him with some pretty interesting like proxy builds as well, like mind games. Again, if you missed out, like Azure versus Probe at the beginning of the night was insane. It was such a good series, and now we're gonna see Azure shine in another matchup here against Oreo. And I have a little bit of backstory here. GPO over the weekend, Oreo, he played in it, right? And so did Azure. And they were slotted to face each other in the losers bracket, but unfortunately Azure did forfeit. So something came up, and Oreo was actually really looking forward to it. Like he was really disappointed when the forfeit happened. He was like, oh, I really wanted to play Azure. And now here they are in ESL Cup facing each other.